So, hello Internet, for the people on YouTube watching this. This is round 2 of the Players' Cup 4. I am 0-1, I have started not very well after my loss to Hamstermania there, round 1. And I'm playing against someone called Benji. Was he German? I'm not sure where Benji was from. But I do like his team, because this is where I went Super Saiyan. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? But yeah, I like his team, and it is similar-ish to something that I have been playing around with myself as well, because I do like Regieleki, I do like Spectria, I do like Glastria as well, I really like Horseshoe still, and I do like Clefairy. Sorry, Rillaboom, I'm not a big fan of you, but it's green at least. But I'm thinking, well, okay, let's have a look. I mean, weak to flying, weak to fighting, weak to flying. Spectre is pretty frail. The Regieleki is the only thing that threatens Zapdos. And Raichu has a pretty nifty ability called Lightning Rod. So, I think, I mean, if I was looking at this now, I would probably think Raichu Zapdos again just looks safe, doesn't it? I've only got 10 seconds left, Barry. Put some Pokemon in. And I'm actually going with Dragapult in the back again. Why am I going for Dragon? Okay, so I think that does make a bit more sense, because Regieleki doesn't do much to Dragapult, and I am faster than Spectria as well. I don't have to Dynamax my Dragapult for it to be a threat, and I guess I didn't see much mileage for any of the other Pokemon in the back, but we're playing against one of my favourite leads of Series 7 or Series 6, Series 7, whichever one it was. You know, if you was watching my streams, you know, way back there, Clefairy, Spectria against every team, that's pretty much what we went for. But the pretty funny thing here is, you know, I know there's no goggles or whatever on either of his Pokemon, so Mungus can very safely Rage Powder anything away from Spectre here. I am a little bit worried, actually, about him going for a Helping Hand Max Phantasm into my Mungus, because I think that would knock me out. But if that does knock me out, the problem for the Spectre here, just like I came across many times using Spectre against Thunderous, is that if you go for a Max Strike, if you go for a Max Phantasm, you are activating Defiant. You are giving me a +2 attack boost. So, I'm fine with that, especially because Spectre is faster on this first turn. So if I Rage Powder and attack away, even if my Mungus gets knocked out, I will be at +2 attack, and I will be at +1 speed, and one-shot the Clefairy as well. I think if he doesn't go for a Helping Hand, I'm pretty sure my Mungus would survive. So let's see what we do go for here. He actually goes for a Follow Me. He's fearful of the damage that I can put out onto his Spectria. So here's the Phantasm. It is into my Mungus. Yeah, look at that. So my Mungus is fast. It's not amazingly bulky on the special side. With a Helping Hand boost there, he would have knocked me out. And with my Defiant now, well, this is Zapdos doing the business. We can see some businesses in the chat if you like. Haha, let's do this. It's been a while. Where's my business card? There we go. There's my business card. So Zapdos doing some business already, and actually, yeah, okay, I didn't have to go for a Rage Powder because Helping Hand Max Phantasm isn't going to one-shot Zapdos in its Dynamax form, so yeah, I didn't need to Rage Powder or anything there. The business, indeed. Oh yes, but I was thinking this. The only thing that could be a threat for me in the back is the Regieleki, because Zapdos at +1 speed is not faster than Regieleki still. Yeah, Zapdos, I mean, Thunderous more. I remember Thunderous was more of a pain for us, just because of the Defiant. But actually, yeah, I do remember coming across Zapdos quite a few times now. And it doing me in. So it's funny. It is funny that, you know, the boot's on the other foot now, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying this. Either on Twitch right now, here, live, in the moment, or on YouTube watching this back. But, yeah, okay. So, Regenerator, I can get some HP back. I know that... Oh, and look at this. I know that Electroweb is the only thing with the Raichu here that he will be able to do to really touch my Zapdos. And if he does that, it'll put me back to neutral speed. Okay, whatever. It'll give me an extra Defiant boost. But look at that. Look at that. My Zapdos was faster than his Regieleki at +1 speed. Is modest Regieleki slower than +1 Zapdos? That's an interesting question. And because I put the Spectrier to sleep turn 1, yeah, he can't wake up here. The swap into Raichu was very, very safe there. Spectrier has got a 1 in 3 chance of waking up here, but again, I've got lots of HP. You know, I've got a defense drop from the Max Phantasm, but Spectrier is hitting on the special side. So I think we saw on his team sheet he did not have Protect on the Rillaboom. So I've got a very, very simple fake out Airstream into the Rillaboom here. I can knock it out, obviously. And well, now everything is faster than Spectrier, and we've just steamrolled this person, essentially, with our Zapdos. Zapdos doing exactly what Zapdos is designed to do. Okay, so he does wake up, and there you go. It's nice to see that as well, because now we know that with a helping hand, Max Phantasm does not knock out my Zapdos. You know, we know that calculation now, and it gives us another Defiant boost here. Hello, yeah, this is round 2 of my Players Cut 4 from yesterday. No one has seen these games yet. We're playing through them. So, you know, it's essentially live for you people watching, just without the you know, the hour waits between each round. Modest, okay, so modest max speed Regieleki is faster. That's interesting then, that he's using a Regieleki without max speed. Maybe it's bulkier then. Although I'm pretty sure I don't know, I can't remember what he had on the team sheet, but I don't remember anything too surprising, really. But anyway, there we go. So that's that was game 1 of round 2. So, well, you know, I'm thinking, well, that was pretty convincing. It's very easy to win a game 1 and then sort of feel comfortable after, which is something that I never really I never allow myself to do, because okay, whatever, you've won 1 game, but you still need to win another game, and you know, it's Pokemon, you can very easily lose 2 games. So even though I won the first game there pretty convincingly, he can swap things up. But just looking at the team preview, as it'll pop up here, you've got to say Raichu and Zapdos does look pretty safe against him. I was fearing him leading Clefairy and Glastria because, I mean, I don't have the monopoly on the speed boost, on the speed control, because he has got Regieleki and he has got, you know, Max Strike with his Spectre, and Spectre is faster than Zapdos anyway, isn't it? So, you know, maybe I don't have monopoly over the speed, but at the same time, I outsped him. I got into a good position last game to outspeed him, and so maybe he doesn't want to play with the speed. That's why I was thinking he might lead with the Glastria, but it looks like I'm going with Amoonguss and Zapdos with Raichu. I do like taking the Raichu here because the Regieleki is so covered by Raichu, and I am taking Dragapult. So no Raichu and no Colossal in the back. This, you know, pretty passive Assault Vested Dragapult is coming by itself again, but it does make sense because, you know, it is pretty good against Rillaboom. It is good against Regieleki. It does outspeed Spectria, so it does make sense to bring it. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I just imagine every Regieleki to be max speed these days, but he's decided to change things up with a Regieleki and Rillaboom here, which does make sense. Now, I'm not leading Raichu here. So how do I want to go about this? I think, well, I mean, what I could do is, like, I'm thinking, like, his obvious play is, obviously, to go for the fake out into the Amoonguss, electric attack into the Zapdos. Now, I can swap the Amoonguss into Raichu for the Lightning Rod and get an attack off with the Zapdos and either knock out the Rillaboom, which it looks like I'm going to go for, or with a Knuckle one-shot the Regieleki. I can't remember if he had a Sash or not on this Regieleki, but I know that is a really, really, really predictable move. But I still feel safe doing it because it ultimately stops him going for fake out electric attack, knocking out my Zapdos. If he does knock out my Zapdos, I'm looking pretty poor in this game because I don't have the best back, do I really? So my number one aim is to keep the Zapdos safe, and he actually Dynamaxes the Regieleki here. And at this point, I'm thinking he's called this because I know he has got Hyper Beam on this Regieleki. Maybe it was Magnet, but let's see what happens. I'm Dynamaxing my Zapdos, and I think my thought process here was that we saw in Game 1 that my Zapdos was faster than the Regieleki at +1 speed, so as long as I just get this one Airstream and knock out the Rillaboom, which he has to stay in to, either go for a fake out or make this read, I can get the +1 and I'll be faster than the Regieleki, but no, I can't, because he does call that pretty nicely. So, I mean, that is about as predictable as plays get, yes, but at the same time, I did feel safe doing this because I knew it guaranteed my Zapdos would be safe. I am at -1 speed now, I am at neutral speed now with this Airstream, and I am at +2 special attack. And I know that I have still got my Amoonguss in the back as well. This Regieleki hasn't got the goggles, and is not in electric terrain just yet. So I have to put the Amoonguss in. I mean, that's just the thing, isn't it? This is why Defiant is so good. I mean, we saw in the first game the Spectria going for its max Phantasms and everything. It can't help but activate my Defiant. Regieleki there, it couldn't go for the electric attack because my Raichu's there. So it has to go for the max strike if it wants to make that call. And doing that activates my Defiant again. So not any attack, but the Airstream will obviously one-shot the Clefairy. Now, I am going for the Rage Powder and the attack into the Clefairy here because I think that even if he does protect the Clefairy here, which he doesn't, I think my Amoonguss... Well, my Amoonguss can obviously take one attack, but I think it can take two. I'm not sure, though. Let's see the damage here. Oh, it definitely can't take two. But thank you for the follow there. But... Oh, yes, that's... okay. Ooh. Yeah, I was safe there because... Because if he did, I mean, I'm even safer here because I'm knocking the Clefairy out. But if he did protect the Clefairy there and I Airstream into it, he goes for the Lightning into my Amoonguss, as he just did there. Next turn, I go for the Rage Powder again, as I have to, but then I will be knocked out. And I Airstream again into the Clefairy. That would knock him out. And because of my speed boosts there and my Defiant boost, I know that I would be able to knock out and outspeed the Regieleki going forward. So I was always safe just to... let him make the call there. Let him knock out my Raichu turn 1 to get my Amoonguss in again so that I can just keep this Zapdos safe. If he did protect the Clefairy, if we're going back to that previous scenario, if on the second Airstream he brought in the Urshifu there, and then later on, as he knocks out my Amoonguss, brings back the Clefairy, maybe he would have some play there. But I have got the Dragapult in the back, which... yeah, look at that. With those Defiant boosts. That's just ridiculous damage. Yeah, I think I still would have been fine, even if he did play around and keep his Clefairy safe, sacrificing his Urshifu. So yeah, we know that I'm faster at +1 speed. I have got my Defiant activated just once, I think, at that point, hadn't I? So I was +2, +3 attack now. So I'm looking pretty comfortable. He's only got his Urshifu left. I'm just looking how many speed boosts I've got on my Amoonguss there. This Amoonguss is fast enough to outspeed Urshifu at +2 speed, actually. It is that fast. But, yeah, it's the Water Urshifu. So, it might not even be able to knock out this, this Amoonguss without a band. Yeah, this one's sashed, isn't it? I mean, I could have just gone for a Brave Bird and Sludge Bomb to knock it out, on this turn, I suppose, couldn't I? But I was curious. Amoonguss, yeah, can it? Yeah, Amoonguss can survive this, can't it? Yeah, it'll be close, but Amoonguss can survive it. Yeah, with 3 HP. So there you go. There's the bulk on my fast Amoonguss doing some business. If he wanted to, he could Aqua Jet, knock out my Amoonguss, I guess, couldn't he? My score, so assuming I win this game, as it looks like, I am currently going to be 1-1 in this tournament. Have I commented already on my team building thought process for this part of the tournament? I've mentioned a few things about the team. I'll give a little bit of a rundown. Why not? There we go. So yeah, I mean, I like Azumarill. I think Azumarill is very underexplored at the moment, as I also think for Zapdos as well. Colossal is obviously a threat in the metagame at the moment. A lot of people like to use Landorus as an answer for Colossal, which makes sense. Zapdos kind of, puts a bit of a deterrent on Landorus because of the Defiant, although in the round 1 game that didn't go too well, did it? That was a theory anyway. But Raichu and Azumarill work very well together. I won all these tournaments with Raichu and Azumarill back from 2014. That is my pair, my combination, my classic duo. And I did actually have Amoonguss on my 2014 team as well. I do like Amoonguss. This Amoonguss is fast, paired with the Airstreams from Zapdos, is very oppressive as well. Dragapult's obviously there for an extra option to activate the Colossal as well. But yeah, Raichu for the Lightning Rod support for both the Azumarill and the Zapdos I thought worked really well. As the rounds go on, I will talk about some of the weaknesses with this team as well, and maybe how I would change it in the future. But yeah, a lot of these are just my favorite Pokemon, aren't they? Which is the best. That's what everyone should play with, really. I mean, all these metagame Pokemon. Come on, let's just have some fun. So so I am currently in this tournament 1-1 now. Players Cup 4. I lost round 1 against one of the best players in Europe, and I won round 2, as we've just seen. So, for the benefit of people watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.